a torment. And how is that comfortable? So it's much nicer to go after your calling where you'll feel excited and empowered, that you're even making a move towards it. And that's my goal for you, is to stop. You can strategize all you want and research all you want, but eventually you have to take action. And the preparation can be a form of procrastination. So that's what you have to be aware of as you are looking at this career for the first time, is there comes a time when you have to jump. And that, for a lot of us, it's still scary to jump and move to another job. It's still scary. It's still scary to interview. All of it is. So what people say about not moving forward is that I don't have the time, Leslie. I haven't thought about what area of law I want to work in. I don't have time. I have a busy life, blah, blah, blah. Everybody does. Every single human does. There's very few of us that are sitting around on the couch eating bonbons when we're trying to make this decision. And most of us never had an internship. And it's not that it was easier for us to jump in, but we had to learn some strategies in order to do it and make mistakes and sit like I did in my little makeshift office in my house going, why isn't anybody calling me back? Why am I not getting a call back to come in for an interview? And it was scary, and I was desperate for a job. I needed that job to support my family. And so I had to learn some better strategies than I had employed before, okay? And so if we wallow down in the fear of not making those moves, then we're going to feel stuck. And then there could be a cycle of that, and we have to break that cycle. For me, it was negative self-talk, unbelief, outside forces, from other people, wondering, like, what the heck was I doing? What made me think I could do that? And the fewer people that I talked to about it, the better off I was, and just went after it. And I thought, what have I got to lose? They could just say no, or I may never even hear from them. And that happened too. But I had to learn to be better at how I was going after the jobs and building a career for myself. I had to make that mind shift and not look at it as a job. And I kept thinking, oh, everybody else has support from family and friends, and I don't have anybody. And you know what? That wasn't true. When I would ask them later on, did you have support and an uplifting from family and friends? Nope. And sometimes their family and friends thought they were Looney Tunes. And you know what? You have to go towards your calling. And how do you know it is? There's like this pull that won't let go. And it's something that you've thought about, for more than just a week. Maybe you just saw this career for the first time and you're like, that is a fit for me. And you instinctively know it, and then there's more to discover about it. It's not, you're coming at it from not knowing a lot about it, and then you increase that empowers you. It does. And so when you become more knowledgeable about what you have to do as a paralegal, what you should know, how do you assist the attorney, what area of law you should work in, as you become more knowledgeable about that empowerment and that knowledge pushes down the fear, and your confidence grows. And you have to open yourself up to that journey. And it's a beautiful journey. But you have to start somewhere. And you have to break the cycle of telling yourself that it's not going to work. That goes for anything you go after, this paralegal career or something else. And so the determination to break the cycle will push down fear as well, having to push down negative self-talk and taking off the literal handcuffs of fear and throwing them off to the side and saying no more. Not today. And what will it do if you don't? It's a controller in your life. It can affect your attitude. I've seen it with me. I don't know about you, but I've seen it with me. Even when you're working in the field, if you're not happy in a particular workplace, I want to tell you this ahead of time, it's okay to leave. And when I tell you to track what you know in a notebook, that's empowering as well. I had to do that for myself. You know, when no one was calling me, I started tracking everything that I had ever done in the legal field. And that was after I had experience. Oh, they'll hire you without experience, okay? They will. Attorneys said that to me, was never ending. We can hire people, and well, they said they would train them, but attorneys don't train. There's no training at the legal workplaces overall. So you have to learn ahead of time. And you don't get more afraid because of that. This is just part of the journey. Don't quash your dreams because of fear. You know, you might have a whole week where you're just afraid and then say, okay, that's over. Let's move forward. What can I do to move forward? And eventually you jump. So I think the comfort zone, that word comfort zone, it's really not comfortable. You have these gifts and strengths that need to be used. You need them to be used, and the legal workplace needs you there. You have abilities, you have things that you've learned from past workplaces. One of my strengths is dealing with clients. You know where that came from? Retail. Working as a cashier, as a very shy, introverted person. And slowly I started to talk to people, and then went into retail and adored it. Couldn't make any money in it, but I adored it. And I just thought, well, that's one of my values. Have you done that? Have you worked as a server? Have you dealt with a lot of people? That's a huge strength in the legal field. We call it client relations. So instead of thinking that, oh, it's just going to be a failure, I'll be a failure, and then I'll have egg on my face, and everybody will be mocking me. Well, you know what? Those people that mock are not attacking their fears, and they're just jealous that you're going after yours. So be aware. You can't listen to other people. Okay, they have all issues of their own that they're not dealing with, and when you start dealing with yours, then you're on your way. And so while the past is the past and it's there, and if there's trauma from the past of any kind or current trauma, then we have to have those moments where we're focused on doing what we're called to do. And there's nothing like that. Nothing. You'll go to work to this career you're building in a happier state, and being fussy as to who you work for, and very concerned about that, so you end up in a good workplace. That's so important. Okay, so all of that works together so that when you get up in the morning and you go to that career you're building for yourself, you're in that wonderful place, and that will happen. And that takes you breaking the cycle and being focused. And even as an experienced paralegal, I would have to remind myself why I went into the career, what I discovered along the way, and that there is value in me and worth, and that I bring that to the workplace. Okay, and that my career is something that I'm building, and that is what you're building. Okay, step by step, at the speed you're supposed to go for yourself. Okay, so remember that, and probably two altogether to the paralegal inner circle class bundle, and so things have changed on the website, and so that will be happening soon, and that's what I'm furiously working on now for you guys and for those that will be enrolling in that course down the road. And start off the fall before the new year. Start off your journey to the paralegal career now. Yes, you can enroll now if you like, but you won't see those 2 new micro courses that are going in the class yet, because I'm recording them now. So, but that's coming and they'll be added. So start your journey without the fear, okay? And, or empower yourself. It's not that we can get rid of fear 100%, but we can push it down by that empowerment, okay? And the more you learn, the more confident you will be, and uplift yourself instead of negative self-talk of any kind. Stop it as it happens. You might be driving, listening to music, and that's a vulnerability, and then that's when it would happen for me. And so I had to just consciously say, nope, not today, and change the music or whatever it was, and remember that I have a purpose, and you do too. And we need your skills, your gifts, your strengths in the legal field desperately. And the uniqueness of you is what's beautiful. And I want you to dispense with that fear along the way. That's really a life journey, doing that, and go for it. Go for it. All right. Any questions, comments while I'm on here live, feel free to ask. I saw someone, gosh, a week and a half ago contacted me, and she's a student of mine, and she went for it. Just a week and a half ago, went for it and had 4 offers. From 3 were total legal positions, and the other one was not, the 4th one. But incredible offers, you know, that got her right into the legal field. And so this is my hope for you. That nothing makes me happier than to hear that news, and that you're on your way. And that's the beginning. That's part of the beginning of your journey. So hang on tight, trust in the process, trust in your journey that God has for you, and then go for it. The world is your oyster. All right. Have a great day. Any questions, comments, post below. I adore hearing from you. I love hearing your feedback, and I'll talk to you in the next video.